Hey everybody, welcome to Community Conversations, where we're talking about how culture drives business. My name is Alex Williams. I am the community manager here at Procore, along with my colleague and friend, Elvie Hansen, who's the director of culture strategy. And we are exploring visual tools that help create culture. Let's dive right in.
Visual tools shape language, and language creates culture. Alex, the visual tool we're looking at today is called Name It, Live It, Build It. And as the visual tool jumps up on the screen, take a minute and just observe and consider what jumps out to you first. Maybe what words pop, what imagery or what visuals stand out to you most. This is a tool that we've established to help give a roadmap and a runway for how to develop intentional, healthy culture as a means to drive profitable business. And while it's incredibly simple in theory, name it, live it, build it, it's incredibly complex in practice. And there's so many meanings that you can attribute to this. The one that I will highlight for you most, that I think is most foundational, is the starting point. And it's language. Executives and leaders, it starts with you. The language that you establish, the common vernacular that you have on your team, creates the foundation for what your culture can become. Then your lives have to live it out. If there's congruence, you have the chance to scale culture. If there's incongruence in your life and the language that you lead, it's just a ticking clock until people start to go, something feels off. And I don't know what it is, but I can't be here. Language creates culture. Character and your life, modeling it, actually creates and establishes foundation for growth. And then your teams have a chance to multiply it. Executives, leaders, it starts with you. So as we take one more look at this visual tool, consider for you, what is most applicable? You're spending a few moments here investing in this video. What do you need to change? What's 1 degree that you can start to shift to walk out of this thinking about how you can see growth? Where can you see an adjustment to create the best opportunity for you to see positive impact? Name it, live it, build it. Your roadmap for culture development. Here with the founder and CEO of Procore, Tooey. Great to see you. Thanks for making some time.
Elvie, thank you so much, and thank you everybody for giving me the opportunity to talk about a subject that I love.
It's culture. It's what you've built at Procore. It's been a competitive advantage for us. You love this industry.
I do.
And one of the things that's most pertinent right now is the labor shortage, or the battle for top talent.
Yeah.
When you think about developing and building culture, how have you seen that play out in the battle for top talent, maybe from Procore's sake, and how it translates to the industry?
It's really pretty much the same if you think about it. 20 years ago when we founded Procore, it was hard to find people that wanted to go to work in the construction software world, right? So we had to figure out a way to create a competitive advantage around culture, because that's what we felt would help attract and retain top talent. And so we put together a framework that we use till this day to help ensure that we do so. And I don't see it being any different from an industry that's really struggling with this labor shortage that I hear about every single day when I'm talking to customers. So I'd like to share, as much as I can with what we've learned to ensure that everybody can have access to the same tools.
So let's dive in. The first phase of this 3-phase tool that we're talking about, name it, live it, build it.
Yep.
Name it.
Yeah.
Language creates culture.
Absolutely.
How have you seen language serve as a foundation for Procore's culture?
Well, so first and foremost, you have to actually have the framework, right? And so what was the framework? Mission, vision, and values was critical. We were about 30 to 40 employees when we decided that we were going to establish it. So we went ahead and decided who we were as a group, what we wanted to be as a company, and we established our mission, vision, values very early on. And then from that point on, we used that as the framework to not only have people engaged in what we were doing and what our mission was and how we were doing it through our vision, but really who we are and who we aspired to be, which is through our values.
Yeah. Going right into then the lives of your leaders, right? The value shaping how we operate, how we accomplish the mission.
Right.
We talk about the second phase of this, living it. Leaders model culture.
Yeah.
Language is critical to create culture. Living it out, the character of your leaders actually establishes the scalable foundation of it. How do you cultivate healthy culture on your executive team?
Well, first, let's talk about hiring, and then we'll talk about that. We always hire people that get highly engaged in our mission and our vision, people that really have that spark and they're willing to run fast and hard, and of course that live our values. Once we cross that hurdle, what we do is we spend a ton of time building a deep level of trust amongst each other. And that is probably the most critical foundation you can have on any team, is trust. Because the second thing we do is we hold each other ruthlessly accountable. And you couldn't do that without having that deep level of trust behind people. So when you have that machine in place, you know you're getting to the right answer as fast as possible with the least amount of politics or sugarcoating of problems. So for us, that's how we get there. Obviously, we hire to character and commitment to the mission, but ultimately it is that kind of feedback loop of trust, accountability, and just relentless focus on what's most important, which is basically having a people-first company. If you have a bunch of leaders that understand that it's not about us and it's not about top-down, it's about putting the frameworks in place and enabling the best people to do their best work every single day, there's nothing you can't do. But I also believe it's bottoms up. I also believe that every single person at Procore needs to live those values in how they treat each other, how they treat our customers, how they treat our partners. And frankly, we hire and fire to those values. And if people cannot adhere to them, they don't work at Procore anymore.
Yeah. You are leading an organization that has been going global for years now, and the rapid expansion into new regions. Talk about building culture with new regions in mind.
Right. Let's just get back to basics. Mission, vision, and values. I'm very simple, and I need my frameworks just to operate in. Because we established that early on and we hire to our values, no matter where I go, whatever country that we have an office in, when I walk in the doors at Procore, I know I'm at Procore. The culture is there because we've hired relentlessly to the values, and people are bought in to the mission and they know what our vision is. And so you just get a different flavor of it, but it allows you the freedom as a leader to scale your culture without worrying about the details because the framework's in place.
Love it. So let's go big picture then.
Sure.
As you look at the Procore stories, you celebrate 20 years
Yes.
and the growth that you've seen. When you think about building culture, name it, live it, build it, any other just top level, high level thoughts or learnings and key lessons that you pull from when you think about building culture?
Well, again, you hire and you fire to it, first and foremost. You have the framework that everyone, I talk about our mission, vision, and values in every single all company update. It's just this chief repeating officer of constantly telling everybody those three things: your mission, your vision, and your values. And the other kind of takeaway is culture is not a destination, it's a journey, right? So every day you have to live it, and you have to talk about it, you have to repeat it, and you have to encourage it, but you're never done. It's like painting the Golden Gate Bridge. It's just, you're never ever done. But if you do it right and you do it consistently, you will get the culture that you set out to build.
Tooey, thanks for taking some time to share about how you built such incredible culture.
Can I correct you on that? I haven't built anything. Collectively, our culture is the sum of everybody that works at Procore applying the values that we care about. That is our culture. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with all of us. So thank you.
Why we love following this guy.
Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Tooey.
And thank you, everybody. The community is awesome.